15 going to the grand final.
Yeah, it's not much of a lead, is it?
No.
Anyway, we are set to send them green here in the very first event of the night. Chris Ferrell in the 16 gets away to a very good start indeed. One of the does trying to push his way up through the field here. That might be Aaron in the 24 as he looks up the inside of Forrester, and will get it done. As Forrester spears onto the infield and just pulls it up short of the concrete blocks. Spencer Taylor sitting back in second in the 46, and we are under caution after drive. Just paced him, made the move when it counted, went on to take the win, and meant a lot to him too. I was really impressed with the way he spoke and the way he conducted himself at the presentation, Phil, which you handled nicely down there as per normal. Gee, Taylor getting really close to those tractor tyres, very nearly clipped them. As Kennedy looks to work an outside move on the Prez. The Prez just drifts up track, and it looks like Doe's taking the opportunity to slip through on Kennedy, and Evans has gone with him. Those two have made a bit of contact during the season, so understandably MK giving him a fairly wide berth coming out of 4.
Yeah, certainly did, but it cost him a couple of spots. And you see now Dan Evans trying to work the inside of Aaron Doe in turn number 1. Aaron Doe shuts the door on him, yellow flag. Actually,
which is good because we didn't actually see it. Okay.
It's understeered quite
maybe
up got in heavy stuff and
got into the slippery stuff after a little bit of track.
Still young.
Spencer Taylor. A little bit of Rossi-esque on the 46 on the tail team. He's back there in third position. Darryl Sloan in the 8. And it's Doe in the 24. He's been fairly racy early on here. Then he's got Dan the man tucked in behind him, with Matt Kennedy back in about 6th place. That's Shreky Spalagic. Taylor just missing his marks here. And look at the Prez honing in. This is the most competitive we've seen Sloan actually. He's going to whip past Spencer Taylor on the main chute. The Prez, can he do it? He's clipped him and he spun the car. I thought he was about to whip past him. It must be nearly full time. 133 Port Adelaide to 94 St Kilda. 33 minutes into the final term. So it's been a blitzkrieg by the sound of it, Phil.
Yes, it certainly has, which is good from my point of view as well. Couldn't get out there tonight, obviously, or today. Obviously, Scotty's decided to leave probably about halfway through the last quarter.
And what about the Western Bulldogs? Absolutely demolished Freo.
Repicked
103 to 38.
Certainly did. Have a look. Speaking of field at the moment, look at Ferrell out in front, the 16, after only a couple of laps since the restart. Really putting the pedal down. Once again, there's that understeer for the 46. But Spencer Taylor, he's almost got the fence coming out of turn number 4. Aaron Doe into the back of the 46. Sideways in front of the George Tatnall stand up over. But he crossed off. Motocross style up over the top of the tractor tyre there in turn number 2. Only dropped one spot to, I think, Dan Evans. So Spencer Taylor, the car is empty. He's able to maintain that second spot.
It's actually weird, Phil, because it's a lot better around corners 1 and 2 than it is 3 and 4. You see there, he's just missed his marks and understeered again badly, but you watch him around 1 and 2, he's spot on. It's actually a rocket, although, having said that, there he goes with a front end push again.
It's actually on the exit of both corners, if you have a look, because you see he's broken the right rear loose there, but it's just had that slight understeer mid-corner. He's able to get it back on that occasion. As we see now, Kennedy and also Spalagic racing hard, the 19, the 21. But Ferrell out in front, the 16, will get the checkered flag on this occasion. So the 16 takes the win. Chris Ferrell second across the line with Spencer Taylor third to the 49 of Dan Evans, who started on the back row. That's a good run for Evans, point.
Yeah, with the front row start next time out, could be looking really good for a... Caution lights are out. Always the third income indicator that we are. I'm sure these guys have got the race there, but look at them. Very close proximity. Roberts racing as they get the green. The 68 of O'Prey away nicely up the inside. We might have just been passed there on the low line by Rawlings in the 34. There's the 43 car of Arnold back in position number 3, the 21 of Younger. Now looking to put a bit of a high-low move on Arnold as they head down the main straight. Sort of looking here, a little bit of action going on for position 6 and 7. The 3 of Hayden Pascoe, he's starting to get busy from back there in 5th. Look at this, hammer down action. 34 of Rawlings, showing up a clean pair of wheels at this stage. The 68 of O'Prey. The 21 now of Younger getting a bit of a run on Pascoe, but just has to get out of the bucket there momentarily and rethink things.
And the 34 of Rawlings got a heat win last night as well at Murray Bridge. Runner-up in the feature race, so he started in pretty good fashion here in heat number 1 of the South Aussie title. Pascoe in that number 3, putting the pressure on the new Victorian champion. In that 43 of Glenn Arnold, good close racing. Younger also in that 21. In the 89 of Liam Heaton coming into play as well. Decal on the back of that smartly turned out machine back there in position number 6. But our leader out in front is still Rob Rawlings as he exits out of turn number 4. Still side by side in that 3rd spot between Pascoe and the 43 of Arnold. See the top 6 or so really have cleared out over the rest of the pack, led by the 10 of Scott Sullivan in the 44 of Jacob Griffiths as they head down the front straight again. This time it'll be 2 to go for our race leader Rawlings. I should say the 68 just in there in that 2nd spot, doing a real nice job just keeping the 3 of Pascoe back at the speed. Pascoe gets up the inside in car number 3 and puts Paul O'Prey back 1 spot. White flag on display for our race leader, Rawlings. Pascoe was the hard charger in this one. Started on the 3rd row up to 2nd. The charges past the family stand on the back straight through turn number 3 and 4. Opening heat race winner. Driving car number 34 will be Rob Rawlings. 2nd across the line will be Pascoe, then O'Prey. Then the 43 of Arnold. Then it might have been the 89, I think, just sneaking through of Liam Heaton over the 21 of Younger. And of course 2:27.62 2:27.62 will be a new 8-lap track for the Legend cars. Cars, Farmers Union Iced Coffee brings you the racing here. 8 laps up on the counter. Legend Cars out of turn number 4. We're green. And the 5 got the best of the start. Brad Rawlings, I think the 48 just spotted up there on the inside. Just couldn't get the traction down. And sweeping around the outside of the 48. The Jimmy Johnson lookalike Tyson Williams was actually the 11 of Rick Christie. So Christie now up to 2nd. Then we go back to, then it is the 48 of Williams and Camilleri in the 69. Then Ashley Hodak in that 67. In 53 of Greg Thompson. Out in front is Brad Rawlings in the ACT number 5. Christie in there in the 2nd spot. In car number 11. Dennis Williams in the 48. Nathan Camilleri in the 69. And that's smartly turned out pink and white machine down through turn number 3 and 4 past the Speedway City counter. It's a good little battle now developing up front. Williams now looks to the inside of Christie in turn number 1. Christie shuts the door very quickly indeed in that number 11 as they charge down the back one more time. Camilleri also coming into play, but out in front the leader is Brad Rawlings. Got the best of the start, continues to lead it, but Williams trying to work the outside group now. Yeah, an intriguing battle it is too as they work their way beneath the National Karate sign coming off turn number 2. Look at the 48. You'd almost think it was Jimmy Johnson working the high line at Charlotte here or Talladega or somewhere like that. As they come around and run the main straight one more time. Oh, he's really sniffing for that outside line, isn't he? But just not quite working. The shortest way around, often the fastest.
some of these categories. And look at the 11 now. Rick Christie asking the question. They come around now. There will be 2 circulations remaining. Oh, Rawlings gets a little bit untidy. Opportunity for the 48. We are about to find out. Tyson Williams draws alongside him on the back straight and takes the lead here with a nice move. If he can pinch him off in the corner, he will be fine. I think he's going to do that as he accepts the white flag. 430 metres of Speedway City racetrack remaining. We see the battle raging for positions 3 and 4. Christie in the 11 with Camilleri in the beautifully presented 69, I think, back there in 4th. But the victory will go out to Tyson Williams. Turbo Tyson takes it out. The 5 of Brad Rawlings, I think, in for second. Might have been Camilleri for third, I fancy, in the 69. Followed by the 11 of Christie in for about 4th position. The rest of the field filing through, the likes of Greg Thompson, I think he's 63, the 4. Finally got the 77 of Wilson out there on the Speedway, but gee, look at the pace of the 8 of Nitro. Nick Hall has turned up the boost here on the field with the 12 of Chris James, the only one to even get anywhere near him and stay in touch as they run wide open. I think he's sensing perhaps a crack at the 8-lap track record, which he might even already hold. It's fair to hear is probably his cousin Aidan. We have to probably look back to the program maybe from last week to check that out a bit more thoroughly, but we'll find out shortly. Scotty Mack will soon let us know if he does break the 8-lap track record. He sweats off on these things and often hasn't committed to memory. As our leader comes through to conclude another lap, 3 laps down, 5 remaining. James still in second. Goes back to the 23 of Brock Lane, holding down 3rd position. 11 of Danny Pauly in 4th and the 6 of Michael Bucks Allen sitting back behind them.
Yeah, they certainly are, but out in front. Hall's probably stung a bit from being beaten by James last night up the road. He's trying to turn the tables right here in heat number 1. Leader out of turn number 4. Nick Hall in the 12 on Chris James, and a long way back to the 23 on Brock Lane. Then Danny Pauly in the 11. Slowly coming to grips with his class. Rookie racer in the field at the 70. We waited 2 minutes for him and then he doesn't finish anyway. Jason Wilson. Obviously an issue with that car. But our leader out of turn number 4 just got a little bit of... The car's just set up a little bit on that tight side, but they would have hit the power down in turn number 4. He has gapped it. He's about to lap the 6 of Michael Bucks in an 8-lapper of the checkered flags are going to beat him. Nick Hall wins it in a canter over the 12 of James, coming through in the 3rd spot. The battle is still on for 4th. Bucks Allen's not going to quite get near the car, gone very sideways to the 23 on Brock Lane. Will get it over Crawley and Bucks Allen. So 1:57.61 as Scotty Mack just checking the time. No. Of Kai Richardson, the 4 on Tom Richter. As we're about to go green, we'll call the rest as they come past the 55 of Shani Pitcher, the 66 of Josh Gwynn, and the 12 also in this one, Dylan Richter, and at the back, the 22 of Bradley Sheridan. Looks like he's having an issue there. I mean, there may be the second of the Sheridan. Bradley's normally in the 98, indeed he is. So here we go. Out of turn number 4, no surprise, Heath Thorne already with a very handy lead. Look at Richardson in second. Oh, he had the big outside sweep there, Phil. He got around about 4 or 5 cars on the first lap. He certainly did. Kai Richardson now coming under attack, perhaps now from the 3 of Ashley McEwen, who actually tasted victory up at Renmark recently. The old ash bag. is it displayed across the visor on that number 3 Charade. 55 of Shani Pitcher, who's been fast here all season, aboard that yellow number 55. And it's Gwyn, I think the 12 of Dylan Richter trying to work the outside of the 24. And Gwyn, it looks like our Richter's machine just showing a little bit of smoke out the back as he made the pass on Lockie Gwyn, the 24. But out in front, no one's going to stop the 0 of Heath Thorne. He heads down through turn number 3 and 4, putting a lap down on the 22. Ashley McEwen now up into second, followed by Connie Pitcher and the 12 of Dylan Richter. And a good little battle further back between the 2 Richter machines and the 2 Gwyns.
Yeah, but out in front, our race leader, Hurricane Heath Thorne in the 0. For MJS Tree and Stump, Sinopec Oils. He's showing them how it should be done. He's leading by half a lap. The 27 of Kai Richardson. Kai did really well in the early stages. Often where you can really capitalise when the field's bunched up. The 55 of Shani Pitcher back there in position number 3, being chased by Dylan Richter in the 12. Dylan's just puffing a bit of smoke. Goes back to the 24 of Lockie Gwyn. He's involved in a pretty good scrap with Tom Richter in the 4 and the 6 Josh Gwyn with a 22 going a lap down. Our race leader now, she's got around 20.29 seconds. He's absolutely honking across the terra firma. He's even trying to pitch the car in almost speed car and sprint car style, the thing in up with the heavy stuff in turn 3 there. Hurricane Heath trying to challenge himself, and he takes it. When you see the lap time, reflects that on the final circuit at 20.51. So it looks like it'll be the Ashley McEwen, in fact, was your second place runner. Stand correct, Kai Richardson, I think, back in position number 3, followed by the 55 of Shani Pitcher for 4th position, rounding out the top 5. 12 of we are set for us. Who will get the jump? Green flag waving, Chappie and Hall in a drag race down the main straight. Gee, Chappie really did throw it in up the inside, consequently has taken the lead. Look at Squires, it's a high-speed game of chess here into turn 3. As Bennett commits on the high line, hikes the inside front and blows past Crouch. Nice move that. Toddy Bennett, one of the real movers and shakers in the early stages of this heat race. Anthony Chappie, round he comes off, Bennett's gone a little wide and Crouch has returned the favour. Squires now looks to get up the inside of him as well. What a dogfight. Positions 3, 4 and 5. I hope you're enjoying it out here at Speedway City tonight. Look at Squires. Puts a slide job on Bennett. And the track pretty tacky. Not really the sort of conditions that are normally conducive to it. And I reckon Bennett's going to drop to the bottom of the Speedway now. Might have just lost his confidence trying to whip around the top. But great racing from the Mighty Midgets.
Yeah, it certainly is out in front. Chafee still leads it, but all eyes on 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. As we see Crouch just running that... Oh, big hole straight in the wall in turn number 3 and 4. The car just turned hard right. Something definitely broke on that 7th. About to go green, 4 to go, Chafee to let's Crouch. Then that battle between Squires and Bennett about to resume. Also the 6 of Harrington in there as well, so the battle not really raging at the moment. Looks like Squires has just edged away a little bit from Bennett, got a better restart. And Chafee's car once again very quick off the initial get-go. Down the back. Crouch in the Triple X racer in the 2nd spot. Have a look at the way Bennett's just hiking that left front, bouncing his way down through turn number 1 and 2, was the best of the locals last week in that state title. Runner-up, current SA number 2. But puts Bennett Crash Down the back, very likeable young man aboard that 25. But one to go for our race leader, Anthony Chafee. The Queenslander in the Victorian race car racing in Adelaide. Past the family stand, which is starting to build up a nice crowd. On the back chute, out of turn number 3 and 4. Anthony Chafee will win it. Second will go the way of Crouch. Then we go to Squires, Bennett, Harrington, Caddy. And that battle at the back of the field continues between Moore and Rory Gilbert. Gilbert might just get there on the final corner. I'm sure those two have got a massive grin underneath their helmet.
Out there as well. Very strong field here. Street Stocks doing battle for NZ. Total hose and fitting service. Maybe that's all the pitbull needed from last night. Maybe it was a hose issue, Phil. He might have dropped into his nearest NZ or branch or called one of them out if they were even on call at Easter time and help him get back on track. It's all the 22. Tuttle and the 22 were in Rev Nev. Evelnitsky from the Riverland in there behind him in second. So then it's back to the pit bull. Paul Hayes rounding out the top 3. He's being chased by Maxwell Jr. in the 1-3-2, then Flatty in the 12. He is out there in the U-Ride. Experience entry, and then it's back to Silas. Gee, Flatty takes the fence there. Sometimes I wonder, is he doing it just for the U-Ride experience, or has he just lost the handle on or lost his composure? A bit hard to tell as they comes in. Oh, they're all, look at our leader, just skates up towards the fence. Here comes the pit bull. Big Rev Nev around the outside, and they come together. Look at the smoke from the pit bull. Huge smoke screen. He's aiming for that smoke, I reckon, just so the U-Ride contestant down there can experience the full go of it, Phil.
Yeah, the 58.
That's worse.
58 of Nitsky's also got an issue of nice smoke coming from that machine as well. Fireworks might in fact start early. 58 starts to ignite under that bonnet. It has got a lot of smoke coming from it, not impeding the speed at all. Now leaders Andy Maxwell Jr., who put in a great drive last night and up the road, almost took out the feature event. Hayes in second, then it's Flatty in the 12. A lot of black and fluorescent green cars out there. Sidewell in the 6 and Richter and also the 4 of Tuttle together in turn number 1 and 2. Chaos of plenty out there. Oh, is that Pasquarelli out there as well? He's back.
Automatic cut. The whole fans to get excited about here at the moment. Keep watching the Triple Eight procession at the Grand Prix last weekend wasn't enough. Here we go.
Didn't catch one lap of it, John.
Oh, it's during the week on inside V8 supercars, Phil.
I didn't bother. And then head down the back. Have a look at the leads. The top 2 have already opened up. Maxwell and also the 12 of Flatman. And it's Seidel, Domain. I think Domain's double dipping tonight. I think he's in the caravan race later on tonight as well.
And I think he's been instrumental in helping getting a lot of the cars and teams ready for that.
As indeed. The 55 of Maynard. Oh, Stewart. He's been T-boned and heads straight to the concrete wall in front of the Bob Jane T-Mart sign in turn number 2.
Keeping his nose clean. And some sort of a chance here if we wanting to show the U-Ride recipient. There is someone in that car with Flatty. Car 12. He hasn't got U-Ride on the side of it just for the fun of it. Almost nailed Maxwell Jr. there. I don't think it was intentional. Yeah, no, he's just understeering. He just couldn't break it loose. These two really got a monopoly over this one. They're coming around with about 5 laps remaining. Psycho Seidel back there in third with no pain, no gain Domain. Back there holding down. And it's back to James Stewart. Looks to have got his spot back. On the 04, we didn't pick that. We're too busy waffling on about the AMA Supercross. So So that battle continues to rage as well.
It certainly does. You look further back also, Maynard, Dylan Richter. Racing hard as well, that 55 of Matty Maynard. It looks too good to be a street stock. Looks like a modified sedan. Smartly turned out machine. Look at the newer campaigners just struggling a bit, the 66. Rob Richards and also, of course, Lex Pasquale. Good to have him back out there. Absolutely nailed the fence a few meetings back and shortened that car quite considerably in turn number 4. Now leader is just driven away from Clapman here. Speaking of Richards, is around the middle of turn number, and the exit really of turn number 2. Now Weiler, resident here, out in front, Maxwell Jr., yellow flag, the lights are on obviously. 66 Jr. in that 132. Former junior there, racer, drove Wingless sprints for a while too. Good to see him back in some form of motorsport, this time in the street stock division. He heads down through turn number 1 and 2. I tell you what, he's having no trouble breaking that car loose at all. It's got a really nice slide down through 1 and 2. You'll see it again here through 3 and 4. Great car control as he heads through after George Tazzle and Kip and I just said, there you go, that's how you drive a street stock, John. You had no difficulty, I'm sure, in your stint behind the wheel on the sponsors day.
I don't think, oh, look at this, sideways. That Maynard trying to tag the 94 there.
Robert Uran, although Uran managed to gather it back up again. But through turn number 3 and 4, the double checkers are wave. And Maxwell Jr. in the 132. Then Darren Blackman second, so it's a black and green trifecta. 1, 2 and 3, then the 69 of Seidel gets through in third. Followed by Domain, he put a nice drive in there in the 89 in the end. Followed by, I think, Tuttle in the 4. And then the 97 of Stewart, followed by Maynard, Uran, Dylan Richter, Pasquale in here as well. Plus the 74 of Travis Skinner in the back, in Richards in the 66.
He may be the winner of our
Old number 7 drop into Wingless sprints.
For Joel Chadwick and Brad Evans on the front. Good to see Brad back out there. They're almost 3 wide into turn number 1 for the first time. Our leader is no surprise, Joel Chadwick. Look at the lead, he's already opened up down the back. Marcus Pelagic in that second spot in car number 19. Jake Ashworth trying to work the inside in that big number 2. Then it's Evans. Then the 20 of Kiyado. putting the go fast flames on it tonight. Racing hard with his son, Aaron, on the inside of him. And Aaron just blasts by him. Takes up that 5th spot. As we see trying to work the outside is Brandon Forrester in car number 76. Slowly getting quicker and quicker each outing aboard that white and black machine. Also see further back it's Bronson Malro in the 32 of Joel Heinrich, wheel to wheel, back at the back. Now last time the 46 was tight, that time very loose in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Spencer Taylor.
He nearly took Keir Doe out there big time going around the 3-4 turn, Phil.
He certainly did, as they got the car very sideways as it bounces its way down through 3 and 4, not performing or handling like it has been over the last couple of meetings. But Joel Chadwick out in front. Got to say, he's racing, it's probably getting a bit boring of late.
They could always opt the start of the rear every time.
Hey, John.
Yeah, just to make it a bit more interesting. Look at the battle for 2nd and 3rd with Jake Ashworth and Michael Spalagic. Old Spike, or Shrekky as I like to call him.
What a feature win can do for you.
Yeah, he broke through, and he was wrapped. Taken out after many years of trying. That was about 3 or 4 meetings back. But Ashworth, he took his first feature win last season. Look at him attacking Spike now down the main straight, but he's not quite close enough to cut a pass. And it's still back to Kenny Evans holding down 4th position. Then it's Aaron Doe with Spencer Taylor. He's been elbows up. Taylor really... that's a big...
Whoa.
The inner tractor tyre. That was Doe in the 24 that... Forget about Doe, he just about Chico. And now Taylor's all over him. This is going to be an interesting contest because these two are fairly aggressive campaigners. Taylor's gone up high trying the high-low manoeuvre. Man, that was close. He's fast at times. You see there's some damage to that 24. Doesn't want to turn now. It's got a lot of understeer. Checkered flags are out. JC takes the win. Rather appropriate. On Easter Sunday, 2nd spot goes to Spike Spalagic, followed by Jake Ashworth. Kenny Evans, I think, gets in for, is in 4th place, followed by Aaron Doe and Spencer Taylor. To Keir Doe from Brandon Forrester, Joel Heinrich, Bronson. Ready to blast off here, and I reckon it might be Nitro Nate, the Nate dog in the 78, to lead the field in here. Now, what you're giving him a front row start too? Yeah, could be a case of by how far here in this one for this young man, because he's pretty quick. There's a 12 of Dylan Richter immediately under pressure from the 96 of Tamika Pitcher. Pretty feisty old Tamika. At times that is for sure. He's got Tom Richter back there, so the middle of the Richter sandwich, and look out, here comes the Hurricane. Gone. He's fired up. He's been mowing through the Easter eggs today, and just have a look at him. He doesn't need a can of Red Bull. He's just into the old bunnies and the cream eggs, whatever he can get his hands on, as he whips past the 12 of Dylan Richter. And will now set out after his brother Nathan in the 78. So the charades here, 1 and 2. That's back to what must be the old the Dado, is it? The 12. Dylan back there holding dead with Tamika, battling it out with Tom for positions 4 and 5.
Oh, TJ got all out of shape in the exit of turn number 4, but it really sideways overcorrected it. Jumped on the anchors hard because you saw the concrete.
Can't blame her there.
Can I?
I'll tell you what, the Zero Hurricane, he is closing in.
He is, you're right.
On Nitro Nathan. He is sniffing a win as we approach the halfway mark. 4 laps remaining. Great photo opportunity. Look at Pico, he hones in on it, zooms in, click, click, click. Just gets the brothers going out of 2 team cars. Everyone to seize an opportunity.
Absolutely, of course, the MJS supported race too, so these two doing the sponsors proud here. Nathan followed by Heath. Heath tries to draft his brother down the front straight, tucked in right behind the slipstream to go down through turn number 2. I think the previous track experience And he's gained in the opening heat. Maynard is coming into play here. As they make their way to turn number 4. Now wait, that time Frank Beasley got the shot. You can see the flash go off. And the camera in turn number 4. As they race down past the George Candle stand. See the 78 just running a little bit higher. Nathan Thorne out of turn number 2. He tries to dive to the bottom. About to put a lap down on Junior Platty in the 112. Oh, Nathan inside. He looked like he was going to go to the inside. He just briefed the steering wheel hard right. Went to the outside. And it actually played in his favour because he's opened up that lead by about another 3 or 4 car lengths. As they go through the final set of turns, it's going to be Nathan Thorne. He wins heat number 2, but Heath now has a first and a second. It's up to Nathan to match in his third heat. They come through 1 and 2, a fair way back. I think it's Dylan Richter in the 12, Tom Richter in the 4, and Ashley McEwen in car number 3, followed by the 99 of Jake Richter. And the only other finish. Gets on the gas out of turn 4. We're racing. Bucks Ellington gets the best of the start on the outside. And he'll sweep across and take over the race lead. Have a look at the 12 of James around the outside of Wilson in that 23. I should say Brock Lane in the 23. So it's James in the second spot, but Bucks Allen the leader. Bucks Allen Rock Groove there was very close to the tyres there. Mid corner. As they race through turn number 4. Chris James in the 12 in the Karunja Park Cattle Feedlot machine. In the 8 of Nitro Nick Hall. But Bucks Allen's doing a good job here. In car number 6. Started on the front road. As we see Hall now cut a pass on the 12 in turn number 2. Down the back, the car seems to be running a lot better tonight. Around the bigger bull ring here in Adelaide than it did up the road last night. Can he run down our race leader, Michael Bucks Allen? Bucks Allen's turned a lot of laps around this racetrack during his long and illustrious career in speed cars and also V6 sprint competition. But down the back, I think Hall was slowly catching him with 2 to go. Out of turn number 4. James in a bit of issue there in turn number 4. Nitro Nick tried to make the pass in turn number 2, couldn't get it done. This time Brian will be 1 to go. For Michael Bucks Allen, I think Hall's going to try to work the outside. He switches back to the inside in turn number 1. Allen pinches him off there on the exit of turn 2. This has been a cagey drive from Bucks Allen in car number 6. He'll get the win. Out of turn number 4 be Bucks Allen, followed by Hall. Then James in the 12. Then the 23 of Lane. And on the back, the 11 of Danny Pauly. So 2 minutes 50. Eight laps up on our Speedway City scoreboard. As Scotty Mack gives them the signal to go racing. Throws away pretty well in the 23. Look at the 44 trying to wrestle and go around the outside. Kim Griffin, and he hits the lead. Already that 3 of Pasco up into 3rd position, if you don't mind. He really is charging hard. Annex is 3rd going into corner number 1. Let's see what he can do here. He's got the 23 of Anthony Browers right up ahead of him. Track should be a little wider for these guys now, but we've lost one down the back straight. That was the 53 of Nick Taylor. Had a little excursion, but he's now back out onto the track. Oh, hard in the wall, the 51 in turn number 1 by Brendan Hourigan. right into the concrete wall. You can see he's just missed the marks there in turn number 1. Have a look here. In fact, he has caught it. There you go. He's just got understeered into turn number 1.
He's trying to turn it right to the very last minute. He just couldn't break the... Exactly the same in the first heat. Trying to forge his way towards the front of this pack. Scotty Mack waves the green again. We're underway. Look at Pascoe straight up the inside of the 23 of Growers. There's somebody else flirting with that outside line. The 21, I tell you what, it's fairly brave. That's Shane Younger in that orange entry. He's got no choice here. He's got to stay put in the bucket. Look at that move. He's gone past 2 or 3 of them in one hit. Nice work. That's the key to it, I think. Just got to really run hard into the turn and try and break the right rear loose.
He was on the bottom this time into turn number 3 and 4. Switches lanes. Exciting run. He's going to take the lead here in turn 4, John.
I think he will. Gee, Pascoe knows he's got a real race on his hands here. It's like he was almost caught napping as Younger rips up the inside. Pascoe now back to second with the 44 of Griffin, I think that is. Holding down third.
He took the restart on the 3rd row. He just say committed to the top side, ran 3 wide through turn number 2 and down to the turn number 3. And Quinn switches to the bottom and takes lead, drives away with him here, the 21 of Younger. Outstanding drive. I think it just caught Pascoe napping. I think he thought he had the field covered. Didn't think of the 21. And you see now the 34 also starting to make his presence felt of Rob Rawlings. Side by side with the 44 with Jacob Griffin. Then back to the 43 of Glenn Arnold. They make their way to turn number 4, 1 lap to go. The bright orange race car of Younger. He heads down past the George Tatnall stand. Down the back straightaway. Heat of the night so far for the Legend cars. Good run from the 21 as he goes through turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Double check his way from Scotty Mack. Younger takes the win. Pascoe second. Then the 44 of Jacob Griffin. He's got a car in the wall down there, or just short of it. I think it's the 23 of Anthony Growers. But what a good drive from the 21, the Newson.
Suited up, and there'll be one more lucky recipient. A few laps around Speedway City's track. Here we go racing.
Doing green here, final heat of the night. They race their way into turn number 1 and 2. Have a look at Camilleri. He's up on the top, 3 wide as they come out of turn number 2. I think the 11 might have been sandwiched in the middle there, Rick Christie. And Christie switches to the bottom this time. They're 3 wide again in turn number 3 and 4. Close competition as they resemble a swarm of bees in turn number 4. Down through turn number 1 and 2. Have a look at them still. Tightly bunched. The leader is the 75 of Joseph Cooley. Or I think the 60 muscled out there, Greg Thompson. Halfway down that back straightaway. As we see also the 48 trying to charge his way through. Does indeed. Tyson Williams, he started dead last in the field. He's up to inside the top 5. They make their way down the back. Camilleri in that 69 working the high groove past the 07 of Russell Heaton. And Camilleri now to second. Tyson Williams is right up against the fence on that occasion, John. You talked about a mid-track groove run earlier. He was scraping the concrete out of turn 4. But out in front, Joseph Cooley in the 75, Camilleri second, Williams in the 48, then the 11 of Rick Christie. They're the top 4. Then we go back to the 63 of Greg Thompson. But a barnstorming run so far from the 48, and it hasn't finished yet. He picked them up, roaming down into Busterville there in turn number 3. Round they come to complete another lap. It's the 75 out in front, Joseph Cooley. I wonder if there's any relation to John Cooley out of Warrnambool, the chassis constructor of the Cool chassis. Being used not only here but overseas. Look at Camilleri. He is honing in here. The 48 of Turbo Tyson Williams continuing to work the outside line, but Camilleri in that real factory looking hot rod sitting in second. Here come Go. Very Jimmy Johnson-esque.
as he looks to whip around the outside of Cooley. Can he get the job done? Side by side, and we got a new race leader with 1 lap remaining. What a move there from the 48 of Turbo. Tyson Williams, a 16-year-old. Heaps of racing going on further back in the field here as Camilleri takes the leaf out of Williams' book. Drives around into second spot as the checkered flags are out. The victory goes to Williams from Camilleri, followed by the 75 of Joseph Cooley and the 11 of Rick Christie. They were followed home, I think, by Greg Thompson, possibly in the 60s. Can anybody fend off 78 of Nathan Thorne? That is the big question here. Bit of debris coming off one of those cars already. The hell, bloody a bump and look out. Cars going in all directions here in the second quarter. Thorne's decided to get right on the anchors here. Not sure whether they thought there might have been a caution here, but not sure really what happened there, John. Thorne's given him a huge head start here. Maybe he's giving him a nice handicap. Handicapped himself by half a lap. I think there's a problem here. Most of the pitches. There's obviously TJ, that car that lost that card down here in turn number 4 at the start of the event, but it looks like both the pitches are going to pull onto the infield here. The leader is definitely still the 66. On Gwyn. He needs to make a run for it here because, we're going to go caution. It's going to play right in the hands of Nathan Thorne. We're back under green light conditions here. Josh Gwyn in the 66. You'll know that Nathan Thorne's back there lurking somewhere and that he is leading, so he's going to need to put down a very clean and quick 6 circulations here if he's going to hope to fend him off. Thorne gets around a couple of cars. Will now rip underneath the 96, I think it was. So he is now up into second place and closing rapidly on our race leader. They get around the 3-4 bend. Nitro Nathan, look at him go now. I think Josh Quinn's in trouble. He's in real trouble here with the flying charade tucked in behind him. He did not need that caution. He was a half a lap in front of him. No, he's like less than half a car length in front of him as they go down through turn number 3 and 4. He's trying to fend him off. Not even the bonnet. Got a fair bit of drag happening on the front end. Yeah, it has. Must have lost a couple of pins or something from that. But Nathan now, he's got past. Got a few car lengths on Josh. He's going to prove extremely hard to beat here with 2 remaining. Centerville Nathan Thorne out in front. Going to match the result that he's trying to put in the first and the second. Heads down the back. Turn number 3 and 4. In fact, Josh Quinn not doing a bad job in that 66 to hold on as close as he can. See that the bonnet really is starting to flap around. Might be slightly distracting for him as well. A little battle further back here. Jake Richter, 24, Lockie Quinn. The 55 with Shani Pitcher. Shani's just playing in the spot here as she makes her way to turn number 2 with a double checkered flag waving to Nathan Thorne once again. Nice Quinn in second. Shani Pitcher may in fact get to 3rd here. Time for a fifth to 3rd in the final lap. Lockie Quinn just edged out by the 55. I'm back to Jake Richter. The chance to finish will be Drew Black and also the 24 Ethan Sheridan. The 2 minutes 36, 2 minutes will be Drew. Virginia night sky, that is for sure, but first things first, and it's heat number 2 of the Mighty Midgets, as Nathan Squires gets away to a ripper start in the 86. The Caddyshack in the 6, Tim Caddy holding down second position, Jamie Crouch starting to move around in his triple X back there in third position. But here comes Bennett. Todd Bennett in the Butch Bennett crash. Number 25 moving around, Crouch rounds him up once again. These two going at it. Gee, they've had some during the season. They really have. Bennett, he's gone from one extreme to the other. He was too tight, I reckon, in the first heat. Now, if anything, he's a shade loose. So down the back they run. Crouch now with his hands full because Chappie is keeping him honest from fifth. Oh, heap of smoke from the Caddyshack. I think he's in trouble. He heads to the infield. That could have been nasty. Thankfully, they all managed to get around the outside of him. But I can't see anybody stopping Nathan Squires here. Well, he's at a half loose. He's hit the track to mucked it. Talk about the mockers. We put the moz on him big time. It sure did. I'm sure that each of your regulars out here have all got your own highlights as well. As we go back under green. And Todd Bennett to lead away in that 25. Crouch just missed his marks a bit there, and Anthony Chafee straight through on the inside. Although Crouch fights back. Good stuff from Crouchy. As he heads down through turn number 3 and 4. Chafee on back on the inside. They swap places 3 times. Great stuff with the speed cars here. Heat number 2. Their leader is still Todd Bennett. Then it's Anthony Chafee. Then Crouch. Then we go back to Harrington. Then Squires, who's doing that mistake he made earlier. Then we go back to Rory Gilbert and Norm Moore as Squires now puts the pass on Harrington in turn number 1. But down the back, this time with 2 to go, it'll be the 25 of Todd Bennett. The speed car's really turning it on tonight despite a small field. There's quality here tonight. In the 7 of Crouch. Oh, Harrington made a slight mistake there. Middle of 1 and 2 drop back. Only 3 or 4 more car lengths off the 86 of Squires. But 1 to go for the 25 of Todd Bennett. Down the back into turn number 3 and 4. Just breathe the throttle. A little thicker flame out the side of the force of the power plant. Checkered flags out to Todd Bennett. Second to Anthony Chafee. Third to the 7 of Jamie Crouch. Then the 86 of Nathan Squires, the 6 of Mark Harrington, Rory Gilbert and Norm Moore in the 4. Rounding out the field there in heat number 2 of the speed cars at the Speedway shop, and also of course Pico's Photos. Wingless Prince and Dan Evans and Bronson Barrow on the front row. Have a look at Jake Ashworth in car number 2, trying to run up the inside to take over the race lead from Dan Evans in turn number 4. Ashworth drives it in hard to turn number 1. Has been on the sidelines of late due to university studies kicking off again, but it's good to see him back out there. Racing hard in car number 2 here tonight. Dan Evans in the 2nd spot, in the 41. The 21 of Matthew Kennedy, the 10 of William Caruso. Then the SA number 1 of Joel Chadwick is trying to make his way from the back of the bus here. And on the back of William Caruso in turn number 4. Track's completely blocked in front of him. Switches now to the outside through. The dispatch of Caruso in turn number 2. In fact, no, Williams got a good run on the bottom. Wheel to wheel into 3 and 4. Caruso just got a little sideways and washed the momentum off. See now also the 16 of his way through as well with the caution lights are on. Yeah, bit of a chance, Phil. It certainly might, as we're about to go green once again. 6 to go. There's Jake Ashworth, the leader, Dan Evans, followed by the 41 of Bronson Barrow. He bunny hops over the second tractor tyre in turn number 1. Lucky not to go upside down once again. He just clipped it. As we see now, Matthew Kennedy up the inside in car number 21. So Kennedy looking a lot more lively here in heat number 3 than what he has over the last couple of meetings.
Our leader is still Jake Ashworth, the 49 of Dan Evans in the second spot. Then it's Kennedy. Then it's the 41 of Malrose. Then it's the 16 of Farrell. Battling it out with the 10. William Caruso. This time by to be 3 to go. Ashworth, Dan Evans are still... That race wheel to wheel into turn number 1.
Yeah, not a lot in it there. They all seem to be getting really close to that tractor tyre in the middle of turns 1 and 2. The only one who's really avoiding it is Chris Farrell. He's running quite higher on the Speedway, a different groove to the rest of the pack. He just can't quite get close enough to Morrow, and in fact has coughed up a spot to William Caruso, who's having a much better run in this heat race than he had in the opener, but I think he did start on the second row in this one. But it's all Jake Ashworth out in front now with the white flag on display. Well, it will be perhaps, yes, in fact it is on display. Look at Scotty Mack, he's just sitting back. He's waiting with the checkered flags.
He's in footy mode,
Ready to do his thing. The double checkers, Jake Ashworth and the tough stuff 4x4 spares. Number 2 gets the win. Dan the Man Evans for second, Matt Kennedy for 3, 4, William Caruso for 5, Chris Farrell in for 6th place, followed by Lucy Evans.
McFadden's have gone up Dillon and Pesca. So the fancy run of the Easter Trail well and truly in command of it down there. I'm not quite sure where Lindsay was in his first round of heats. We're trying to get it for you shortly, but out in front, that's Darren Flatman in the 12.
Really should be. It reminds me of going back 15 years ago. Just about every time out the track we had huge fields. Quite a few guys coming from well back in the pack and charging up towards the front end.
Held fast to the re-finals. Always good to watch.
Yeah, certainly were.
Put through the best field we've had here all season long.
Now, once upon a time it was the Chryslers that reigned supreme here in the street stock ranks. Turning the clock back quite a few years.
Right.
Yeah, well the Sigma. It was quick.
Right. And the guys with the old, Rick Skews. Get around the old Charger. 300. Did a good job, but as I said, very much a forward but holding contest these days.
Yeah, so quite a bit of smoke once again from Hitchke's 58. But out in front, he's almost doing it in slow motion here, and so it seems. Darren Flatman in the 12 with Andy Maxwell in a 1-3-2. Chasing out after him, but this time they're going in the more traditional Speedway direction.
Bloody feels threatened now. He's got some competition tonight. He's taking it a bit more seriously here in front of the big crowd. Trying to show off his sponsors and his talents behind the wheel, John. Really having a good run against Andy Maxwell in that 132, which is another car that looks too good to be a street stock.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Oh, Lex Pasquale.
Goodness me. Looked like he was doing some figure 8 work around imaginary tractor tyres there, Phil.
Indeed.
Great to see him back out there, Lex Pasquale. Tell you what, Maxwell and Flatty continue to go at it. Just for the entertainment value alone, it's been well worth it.
Even under 33.
Oh, there he is again, he's spotted. Oh. Look out, right in front of our leaders.
Oh dear, involved with the 74. Oh, spinning in concert down there.
Mow that down in a flash. So we're back underway. Maxwell on the attack, Flatty drifts up track a little bit. He gets alongside him, he'll probably rip up the inside here down the back straight. Something may have to give off, Flatty. Uncharacteristically up in the marbles, had to get off the hammer. And we've lost somebody else to the infield, that's Domain. Domain on the infield apron. And Andy Maxwell just oozing pace and oozing class here. He's in no mood to mess around with Flatman. He just wants to get on with the job at hand here, and Flatty just can't run with him. There's the pitfall. He's back in third. He's finally emerged from the pack here. That's Stewart back in position number 4, followed by the 55 from Maynard. They are your major players here with a couple of laps remaining. And Maxwell absolutely flying. You'd think he was out there in a modified production sedan or a super. The rate at which he's left flatty in his absolute wake. In fact, just seems to be lacking a bit of grunt tonight. Just looks a bit tired. As the white flag comes out for Maxwell and the pit bull now. He's starting to get fairly keen on a shot at second. Maxwell getting very wide coming out of turn 2. And continuing the high line around this speedway, doing it nice and smoothly, and it's checkered flag time. He'll take the win. Second might just go to Darren Flappin and the Uri 12, followed by the 8 of the Pitbull, Paul Hayes, 55 of Matty Maynard, the 97 of James Stewart, the 69 of Matthew Seidel, the Big Rev Nitschke, the flying smoke screen tonight, 94.
Second fastest car on the front row. They put Nick Hall at the back. Well, here we go. About to go racing. And Chris James can just thank his lucky stars. Have a look at Nick Hall just around the outside. Just said, well, if my mate's competitor gets a leg up here, I'm just going to do the same. And just scooted around the outside. Where James and Hall, despite all the bickering for spots, nothing's really changed at all. The two fastest cars are still back at the front after a lap and a half.
There's not a great deal really changing here. James in the 12 just hugging the bottom here with the 8 of Nitro Nick Hall chasing him down, just hounding him as they exit 4. Now 9 laps remaining. He's running it wide open into 1 and 2. There's a back marker up ahead of them here. James hesitates. All it takes for Nick to rip up the inside of him. Gee, that could have been very messy indeed there. The 77 car was lapping very slowly. You've only got that split second, haven't you, to make your mind up. Do you pounce to the outside or to the inside of the slower car? Another lap complete. 7 now remaining. It's difficult to see the 12 of James being able to catch him from here. Nick has just been so quick, as you said, trying to turn the tables after the result didn't quite go his way last night. Puts another lap down, only 6 now remaining. The Nitro Nick Hall, the Warner Fork Trucks warrior, absolutely flying.
Yeah, he certainly is. He heads down through turn number 1 and 2. He's opening up that gap now between himself and James in the second spot. Then we go back to the 23 of Lane. And Lane probably putting in his best performance of the night so far in that 23. We go back to Danny Morley in the 11. Michael Martell in that heat win might have been. Oh, he's going to have. Oh, he's broken the front suspension on that car, the 6. I think he's lost maybe a torsion stop or something off the front of that 6, because the front end just can be member, I'm pretty sure, because they did have some heated altercations in the racetrack. They really had a rivalry going.
They sure did.
Here we go, 4 laps remaining here in the first of our feature events this evening. And Hall leads the way. Really did get a very good jump. Of James, in fact, to talk about his cousin 8. He's on the high bank of the Sungold Stadium racing tonight. Took out a second place in his opening heat race. First time he's ever looked at the venue. He hasn't raced there before. But he has been down there to watch on multiple occasions. Nice of the Easter Sprint Car Trail. Good valuable experience for the youngster. Down in front, it's going to be Nitro Nick in car number 8. This time with 2 to go. Very shortly he'll talk to our infield announcer tonight, Josh Cobby. He presents him with a trophy for winning tonight's National Karate Academy's V6 Sprint feature. Second will go the way of the 12.
Turn the tables on it with a win here in Speedway City. The Wingless down the Australian Speedway. Yes, down to turn number 3 for rest of the quick victory lap 2. Making a popular car. Category struggling for numbers at the moment. It's good to see a field of the fleet six car. Expect to win it? I thought we were doing the podium there, Phil, but no, it's just going to be a feature race winner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, would you please put your hands together for Nitro Nicole? Got the Gator wing panel there. They're pretty cool things. Well done, mate. Another feature race win here in the city.
Yeah, it's a nice looking prize. Big thanks to the people that prepared the track here. They done an awesome job, you know. We were down on numbers, but I hope we put on a good show. I mean, the track was perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. Congratulations to all the other competitors that finished.
Chris was hugging the bottom there, and then the slower car got involved down the back straight. He just like he was a bit hesitant until he landed. Huge house.
Yeah, we probably could have ran the top in 3 and 4 as well, but I guess it was comfortable down there, so we just stayed there and just hang on. And that was an awesome track.
I'm sure there's a few people you'd like to thank while you can.
Yeah, well, first of all, my crew, Hugs and Charlie, they come with me everywhere, so we'll see you few weeks. What I had was watching the course, waterfall, drone tactics, batteries, time out, general sailing tires, everyone that pitches in helps out.
Good on you, mate. Good going, and great to watch you in action tonight.
Thanks a lot. Hopefully we'll come back with a few more numbers next time and put on a better show.
Good stuff. I'll get it.
Salute down the back straight. Down to return number 3 and 4. Show your appreciation for these young junior sedan drivers. We've had a busy season, their final event here for the year, as they contest the Easter Junior Sedan Cup. And all Daihatsu Charade front row, with Nathan and Heathorn and Ashley McEwen. Nice little gesture. To you, the race fans, a little 3 wide salute. We're about to go 20 laps here to decide the MJS 3 and stop Easter Cup champion. lead them down through turn number 1 and 2. Under green, and they race down through turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Into 78. Headless Hero out in front with 2 Thorns going at it. And it's Nathan who leads it. Heath in second, then it's Ashley McEwen. In the 66. On Josh Quinn in the 4th spot. Already they've pretty well strung themselves out. Only a couple of laps into it. Oh, Heath Thorne, I should say Nathan Thorne, a little sideways in the middle of turn number 4. Had to overcorrect it. His brother couldn't capitalise on it. Already they're going to be very short in the lap traffic, and Tegan Sheridan, one of the new drivers to the field, still supports the P-plate. On the back of that race car, battle really is going to be, I think, for third between Josh Quinn and now and the 2, or should say the 3 of Ashley McEwen. McEwen just had the momentum on the high side of the racetrack, but it's still Nathan just leading Heath. And they click up another lap, still 16 to go here. McEwen seems to have just negated that challenge from Josh in that 66. I think it's a 12 the next. Dylan Richter in that green and orange and black race car. Out in front is still Nathan and Heath Thorne. 15 still to go. Wow, Speedway City counter.
Pretty good battle going on here. McEwen just drifts a little wide now where Josh Quinn's going to get an opportunity in the 66 to dive underneath. Young Ashbag working into corner number 3. Can he get it done? Still treading carefully as the Thorne boys now negotiate one of the back markers. It's still the 78 of Nitro Nate, the Nate dog, leading the Hurricane, his brother Heath. They've got almost the length of the main straight over Ashley McEwen, sitting in 3rd position. They're in 4th. Then it's back to the 12 of Dylan Richter. Dylan doing a pretty good job, hoping to capitalise. If either of the 2 in front of him make a mistake, Gwynn now gets up alongside McEwen. Can he get it done? Door handle to door handle beneath our MJS scoreboard, and Gwynn finally clears the number 3. But look at McEwen surging back up the inside. The young lady not done with yet.
There's a bit of contact there too in turn number 1.
Oh gee, look at our leaders here too, Phil. Geez, on the infield apron. Oh, he's desperate. Nitro Nathan Thorne heaves up on the high line, and we're on the caution for the 27, is it? Guy Richardson.
He was sitting there on the racetrack and they were bearing down him.
End off. His brother Heath. There's Josh May about this. 11 laps to run. Maybe traffic might be a factor just towards the dying stage of this event. We're back underway. Scotty Mack waving the green. Nathan makes a better restart than brother Heath. Gwynn straight to the bottom. Richter trying to challenge McEwen. Back behind him we've got Tommy Richter in the 4. So we're now approaching the exact halfway mark. 10 laps remaining. Our leader in a 19.96 second. Look at the Hurricane. Just starting to lurk ominously back there in second. As they work the 3-4 turn. Our leader gets a little bit untidy. He hits his marks off turn number 4. And we've got a real race on our hands here, Phil.
McEwen in some trouble there in turn number 4. They dropped right back. Had a half lose in the turn. I'm not sure whether she had some contact or not. But has dropped right back through the pack. But the battle is really up front between Nathan and Heath. It's on him. I think Heath looked up and thought there's only 8 laps to go. I better make a move. Now if I'm going in, as the laps are starting to run down. Look at the lead they've got. Now I think over, it would probably be now the 66 of George Quinn as Nathan continues to lead Heath. It's a very lonely race now. But John Quinn at 66. Then we've got Richter back there at the 12, and Ashley McEwen trying to fight her way back through in car number 3. To head down past the Speedway City time clock for MJS. In turn number 4, it's still Nathan leading Heath. The lap cars are going to come into play once again as Tegan Sheridan goes another lap down. Next car to be put a lap down the field will be Drew Blackman in car 112, who does the right thing, just moves up track a little bit there. Oh, Heath Thorne is really throwing caution to the wind now. He's all sideways in turn number 4. He knows he's running out of laps. This time to head down the back, 4.5 remaining. Quinn pretty well has third place locked up with the 2 Richters racing side by side, the 4 of Tom and the 12 of Dylan. Further back in the pack. We talk about the photo op of 2 Thorn boys. There's another photo opportunity for the photographers down there in 3 and 4. Now 2 leaders last by Kai Richardson in the 27. This time to be 3 to go. Can Nathan Thorne hang on his lead from start to finish? Heads down past the Kim and Eisen stand, past the George Tatnell stand in turn number 2. She'll head down the back, past the family stand.
And some slower traffic ahead of them here with the checkered flag almost within sight. Heath, he'll go for the jugular here. He goes to the bottom. Nathan stranded up on the high line. They're trying to get around the outside of Jakey Richter's 99. They've both done that. And the battle rages here, 1 1/4 laps remaining. Can the Nate Dog hang on? Hurricane Heath, he's going to come at him with everything. 2 back markers right in turns 1 and 2. Which way's Nathan going to go? He's already committing up high. Heath down on the bottom. He might need to rethink that. He needs to get to the bottom and protect it, I think. Round he comes through the final corner. Oh, Nate Dog to the outside. Heath gets balked. And the win goes to Nathan Thorne in the 78. Hurricane Heath in the 0 gets in for second. Third place.
He's in turn 3 at the moment.
He's coming around now. It's going to be the 66, surely, of jumping Joshua Gwynn. Winnie gets in for 3. So would that leave the 12 of Dylan Richter in 4th? Possibly the 3 of Ashley McEwen into 5th, with the 4 of Tom Richter.
That's not the first time we've seen Hatchester here this season. Although we have seen both drivers here victories throughout the entire year. But the Easter Junior Sedan Cup, big one goes to Nathan Thorne. Head down the back. Raising Captain Trophy has gone might be looking all out there, but you can show your appreciation to all these young drivers. For the show they put on and the way they conduct themselves, very professional. And they really need on a great brand of racing. The future of the sport in years to come. Head down the front of racing turn number 4. This is the award appreciation. Not only our race, but our guys over here. Firstly, finishing 3rd in the B grade here tonight is the driver of the 112, Drew Blackman. See if Drew's just chewing the fat. Drew, you can make your way up here, please, buddy. I think he's coming up now. Get the trophy. Congratulations, young man. Much more consistent. You've got quite a few more laps in than your last outing here, eh?
Yeah, well, we are. A bit ruddy. So in the end, I run up the top.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Is that what your dad always tells you? Just run the high line, hope for the best?
Well, yeah, but I don't hit the best like him.
It's true, it is. Anyone you'd like to thank while you're up here?
All my sponsors, my sister, and my family.
Good on you, mate. You'd like to just stand over the side there for us. We'll do a bit of a group photo in a moment. And now let's have a look at our second place getter in the B grade. Just please give it up for the 99 of Jake Richter. tonight at Speedway City?
Oh, pretty good. The track, nice. Yeah.
Look like you're having a bit of fun out there with the Thomas mixing up with you there in the feature and quite a few others. Look like you're all having a blast.
Yeah, quite a bit tough. Didn't do it this time, but there's always next time.
Who would you like to thank, mate?
Oh, I'd really like to thank Dave Bruce and Jane Bruce because we wrecked the car at Redmark previous night, or last night, and they really helped us really get it tonight. Yeah.
Excellent, good stuff. Congratulations again on second. If you'd like to just take your places alongside Drew there. And we'll now bring up the winner of our division number 2 here tonight. Would you please give it up for driver of the 4 car, Tom Richter. Congratulations there, Tom. Some good battling with Jake and Drew and all the rest of the A-graders here tonight. Looks like you had fun.
Yeah, I did. I would just like to thank Dan, Mum, Sikorsky, Chris Evans, and their family for getting me out here. Just everyone did work on the car. And Pete Soto and Paul Drive Center. That makes it possible. Thank you, everyone.
Well done, mate. Congratulations. I'll just sneak out of the way. Luke, if you want to get in the photo with these guys, just let our photographers just get a couple of quick photos before we move on to our A-grade presentation. Thank you, guys. We'll sneak back up here now. And history and stump removal once again. All right, let's move on now to our 7th place car. This is the A-graders now. Would you please put your hands together for driver of the 66, Joshua Gwynn. Josh finishes in 3rd place in the feature in the overall point score for the A-graders here tonight. Put it there, pal. Well done. A pretty good battle with Ashley going there in the feature, but he got the better of her and drove away.
Yeah, it was just a great track tonight. It's a fun race. Everyone goes really well and great fun.
Yeah, it's been really good this season. You know, you've had a lot of laps here at Speedway City and must be good. Feel good to be back on the big wide open track.
Yeah, thank you all for organising and letting us race here again. It's been one of the best tracks in our channel this year.
Would you like to thank anyone else, mate?
Big thank you to all my crew, Mona, Karen, Lockie, Skipper, Chelsea, everyone that's just helped out over the past few weeks to help the car get ready. It's been great.
Well done, good stuff. You'd like to just take your place there on the dive. We'll get a group photo in just a sec. Now moving along to our 2nd place getter here tonight. Remza history and stuff. Would you please warm your hands for the Hurricane, Heath Braun, driver of the 0 charade here this evening. Gave it everything, tried to chase down his throw, but just couldn't quite get it done. Put it in, mate. Congratulations. You battled hard, but just couldn't quite get the win today.
Yeah, no, it was good race between Nathan and I. It was like, couldn't complain. And I'd like to thank everyone for spoiling the show. Great track, MVS for sponsoring the trophies. And yeah, just like to thank Mum, Dad, Tori, Nato, MVS, and Sons, and just everyone else that's helped out.
Let's hope next season you can get just as many runs here at Speedway City. The racing's been good. You guys all speak well, and real credit to you guys, your families, and the division in general.
Yeah, no, it's like thank Wendy for putting us on again this season, and hopefully we'll be back next year to put on some more good shows.
Well done, mate. Good stuff. Right here, let's take your spot there alongside Josh. And we now move on to our winner, driver of the 78. Would you please make some noise for Nitro, Nathan Thorne. Fair bit of pressure in that feature, but we stood it nicely. Congratulations there, mate. That was a good battle. A lot of traffic, would have had your heart in your mouth on a couple of occasions, but you held strong. Well done.
Yeah, mate. Good track.
Okay, you should be used to this by now. You and your bro, you've been up here quite a bit this season. Enjoyed yourself so many laps at Speedway City?
Yeah, it's good. Up, mate, Mum and Dad, sister, everyone else on the show.
Well done, mate. Good stuff. Congratulations on the win. I'll speak Ashley. Ash has done it beautifully. Third overall. Come over here, Ash. And out there racing, battling with the boys, but you always do a good job out there. Did you have fun tonight?
Yeah, it was pretty much.
Had a good battle going there in the feature. Josh just managed to get the better of you, but you were pushing him hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone you'd like to thank?
Mum and Dad and everyone that helped out.
Well done. Looks good effort tonight. You guys just stay up there for a moment. And I think we're going to have to bring up the Hurricane. He's gone back up onto the dice again. Put your hands together for him one more time, folks, if you would. Finishing second overall. Coming out with 2 cups here tonight, eh? This is good stuff. Well done.
Yeah, once again, I want to thank everyone. And yeah, basically, yeah, thank you.
Good work, buddy. You just grabbed your spot there. Of course, that leaves us with none other than the name dog himself, Nathan Thorne. Give him a cheer, Speedway City. Your overall winner here tonight, undefeated, I think, on the night. Cool. Second trophy for the captain tonight, eh? Well done.
Yeah, thank you. It was good to get the trophy.
Now, we'll drop the stone and kick off. Now we find Crystal Hall here down the track. He's got your eyes set on a super sedan, Damkin, sprint cars. What would you like to do one day?
Yeah, I remember racing cars were really good.
They did look a lot of fun, didn't they? All right, congratulations. Great job tonight.
Thanks.
All right, there you go. That is the overall. So I reckon that's finally knocked over our presentation. 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Ashworth, who does have a feature race win to his name under similar circumstances about this time last season, as we ignite them into action with the boxing kangaroo. Evans locks it off going into turn number 1. Chadwick trying on the outside, but Kennedy keeping him honest as they surge into 3 and 4. Chadwick, he's got past Kennedy, and he's gone past Taylor as well. Oh, Doe almost bicycles right in front of JC and Taylor now edges clear of Chadwick. Farrell going to work on Shreky Spalagic, and he's got him. Farrell now up into P3. Oh, look at Chadwick. He's now dropped to the bottom. Oh, Taylor's ridden the wheel. And Chadwick, Spalagic in trouble, may bring on the caution. Unless he can get off the racetrack. Dan Evans continues to lead with Ashworth in hot pursuit, and Spike does manage to get it off the racetrack. And we continue with a clean green. Evans from Ashworth and Farrell. Chadwick. Oh, look out! We've got a rollover! Is that
Joe Heinrich?
Did I say, was it Kennedy? It looked like a...
Has 21 laps to work on the 4 cars in front of him as Dan Evans leads away in that 49. That's a 2 of Jake Ashworth very quickly. Chadwick tries to work the outside group. I don't think he's really there at the moment, although he's trying it again through turn number 3 and 4. The bottom at the moment I think is faster. He needs a couple of friends up there with him trying to run in that mid-track groove as Matthew Kennedy tries to pass him on the inside. Still Dan Evans in the 49, then in 2 of Jake Ashworth, the 16 of Chris Farrell, then Aaron Doe, who makes a slight mistake, missed the marks in turn 1, and Chadwick didn't need a second invitation, dives through to 4th. Through turn number 3 and 4 he runs. The car looks menacing with a big SA1 proudly displayed on the tail tank. Out in front of us still Dan Evans. He's the current Northern Territorial champion. Oh, Dan Evans bounces his way down 4. I think the left side of the car really got off the ground. Allowed the 2 of Ashworth to take over the lead as the car got really unsettled. Ashworth now the leader with 16 to go this time by. The top 4 really starting to pack up now. Ashworth, Evans, Farrell, and now the 1 of Chadwick having to work harder than he has all season. Down the back into turn number 3 and 4, and once again past the Speedway City time clock for Jack Daniels. It's Jake Ashworth who's putting some good laps together here. Just starting to stretch out that lead as they head down through turn number 3 and 4. Ashworth, Evans, Farrell and Chadwick.
You know, Phil, as we mentioned at the top of this race, it was almost 12 months ago, I reckon, to the day, that Jake Ashworth in similar conditions on a pretty tacky track grabbed his first ever Wingless Sprint feature race win. And look at Chadwick now, JC, he is honing in. He can't get up the inside of Chris going into 1 because his good mate is covering that pole line beautifully. And the man Evans, his car perhaps a shade tight, although the track's starting to come to him. What's Chadwick going to do here? He can't just follow. He's going to have to try and make the mid-track work. I can't see either of these 2 guys giving him much to work with as far as... And our leader now is approaching lap traffic. I think Forrester's going to be the first one that he slips past. He does that nicely. That Prez is going to be next on his hit list, and he rips past him with reckless abandon. Field coming around now, 10 laps remaining for our leader, who's got 2 slower cars between himself and Dan Evans. Then it's back to Farrell with Chadwick. Will the lap cars give him any sort of opportunities? Not at the moment, but it is busy in the 3-4 turn.
Yeah, it certainly is. Chadwick just dove up the inside of the 8. I'm slowing because he knows he has to stay on the back of this freight train up in front. Evans, Farrell and Chadwick now just watching Ashworth drive into the distance here. He is putting on a clinical drive in that tough stuff. 4x4 spares, the Eagle race car. Then we go back to the 49 of Dan Evans, Chris Farrell and Chadwick. Chadwick now up the inside of the 16. He'll get the pass in turn number 3. Good drive out of turn number 2 for that SA number 1. He's able to cut the pass. Now he sets his sights on the 49 of Dan Evans. He's running out of laps here. I think second's probably the best he can do here, barring any sort of failure or caution flag for the 2. As Evans now comes up on the back in the 20. They both get by Kido with any sort of dramas in the 3-4 turn. But this time by it's still with 5 to go. As Ashworth just gets hung up a little bit there behind the 44 of Lucy Evans. Good to see Lucy getting some laps. Was missed the heat race with mechanical failure on that 44, but out in front Ashworth has got a comfortable lead. The battle now for second. Evans drops off Chadwick in turn number 1.
He really slammed the gate, didn't he, Phil? But this is not done with yet. JC having another nibble. Dan the man fending him off. Ashworth getting hung up with Lucy Evans' 44. Both of these guys may catch him here with 2.5 laps remaining. We could end up with a 3-way dogfight to the flag. He still can't get past. He's trying to barge Lucy Liu out of the way. Lap flag now on display. She's just covering her line on the bottom, and look at them closing. Jake might, no, he still can't get it done. Dan Evans and Chadwick, this is his opportunity here. Who's going to swoop to the outside line and make a hero of themselves? We're about to find out as they work the back straight. Ashworth continuing to look on the bottom. Here comes Chadwick. He dives up the inside. It's the checkered flags are out to the line. Ashworth takes the win from Chadwick. Gallant in defeat. Dan Evans for 3rd. Sparrow in for 4th. 5th place, I think, went out to Aaron Doe in the 24, maybe over Matt Kennedy, followed by Forrester. Oh, I tell you what, if there was one more lap in that one, he might have relinquished the lead, got bottled up behind the back marker. But I tell you what, Jake Ashworth has been a lot between drinks, but he has now got one of Scotty Mac's beloved checkered flags in his hand, and he's going to set off on a victory lap. The A-squared wear parts, number 2. Come on, Speedway City. Please put your hands together for this young guy. Just loves his racing. Ashworth. What an effort. He's going to spin the car around the Polish victory lap. He wants to acknowledge you guys, the fans, who've been absolutely awesome here tonight. The tough stuff, 4x4. Come on down the main straights. Got to salute this guy. I reckon only his 2nd ever wingless sprint feature race win, at least here at Speedway City. He's going to try and split the gap here. He's done that. He's going to throw us a couple of chalky donuts. Oh, he's coming back. Is he going to dispatch the checkered flag already? He's not even going to do the full circuit. Or is he? He's out of control down here. He's enjoying this. Drives beneath the George Tatnall and Kimber Knighton stands. Oh, great to hear you all saluting this young guy for an outstanding effort. He heads towards the scales to make it official. Here how pumped he is.
All right, we'll get straight into our presentation up here. Now we're going to do 1st, 2nd and 3rd in the feature, and also an overall for the last 2 nights of competition for the wingless sprints. Firstly, finishing in 3rd position from Renmark. Could you please give it up for Dan Evans? Dan's the man in charge car. Come on up here, Dan. Got a nice gator wing panel for you for 3rd position in the feature. Good drive there, mate. It's quite competitive against the likes of Joel and Jake.
Yeah, mate, these wingless boys, they get right up here, but we just missed the setup there and just were a tad tight and just couldn't get the job done, but great stuff from Jake for an awesome race, and Joel, she was good.
Yeah, I thought you might have been a bit tight there when your bicycle would have been in turns 3 and 4 and coughed up the lead, but it's great to see you mixing up with the boys nonetheless.
Yeah, it's awesome fun. I love one of the wingless. I'd like to get out and get it a bit more than, but running the 14 and the 360 hard deal, so we'll definitely do some wingless races towards the end of the season now, and we'll see how we go.
Go on, mate. You just take your place there. We'll bring up our second place. Would you please warm your hands for JC Joel Chadwick? Second is tonight's feature after starting from position number 8. Joel, valiant effort, mate. You gave it everything, including across the apron there at the finishing line. Maybe one more lap, who knows?
Yeah, I don't really care. I had more fun that race than I thought it would, so it was good fun. Loved it. Track was good. And I was hoping these boys would set up pretty free, and I set mine up to be really tight, hoping the track would be slicking up towards the end, and it did. And they started to struggle and I got faster, so it worked out in theory, but it should have been a 30 lap, I reckon.
Yeah, well, it was entertaining stuff. You see when Jake just got bowled up a little bit behind Lucy, I think it was, but I just thought, here we go, this is going to be a three-way dogfight for the checkered flag. The race really come to life.
Yeah, I was trying to get through at Daniel a couple of laps earlier. I just couldn't get through. I think you seen the green nose there. But Lucy made a perfect race. And I seen Lucy up there and I thought that's a good thing because she's run the hardest cars to pass. So, and I'm glad it wasn't me leading at that time. But yeah, it was good fun. It was fun up to Jake. He deserves a win. He's been working really hard all year and he's been getting better and better. And awesome to have Daniel race with us. He's a 14 driver and I just beat him.
All right, well done, mate. Good effort. We'll let you take your place there on the podium. And now to bring up the winner of our Jack Daniels Easter Wingless Sprint Cup, would you please make some noise for Jake Ashworth? Jake, put it there, bro. What a performance. It's almost, I reckon, 12 months ago to the day. I think you might have picked up your first win here in the Wingless. Here you are again, and you got another one. Well done.
Yeah, thanks a lot. The car was fantastic tonight. Just big thanks to Cross Up 4x4 race, where Bruce Henry for his work on the engine. The car's just a lot better tonight, so I'm stoked.
Got a bit anxious there. Track's still fairly narrow, and you come up behind Lucy, and the boys starting to make up some ground. He must have been half on to just trying to whip around the outside of her, but just weren't quite sure, right?
Yeah, well, I knew the boys would be coming behind me, but I kept looking up at the lap counter. I went up there once and she sort of checked up and came high, so I just tried to hang on, but yeah, I was pretty scared they were going to get there, but it was good, mate.
Good stuff. Must feel good to get another feature race win. Who'd you like to thank?
Just my dad for all his work. It's never ending, and I can't thank him enough. I wouldn't be able to do it without him, and obviously all my sponsors, Cups Up 4x4, 8 Squares, Ryan, Bruce for his work on the engine. Just the list goes on.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations on a fine effort.
Thanks a lot.
All right, there you go. That's first, second, and third. I'll just sneak out away for a moment, Lucy. Yeah, you stay up there. We'll just get a group photo with these guys. Then we've got the overall presentation to do in just a few moments over the past 2 nights of competition. And a big thanks, of course, to Jack Daniels for supporting the Easter Cup for the Wingless Sprints. Well done, fellas. Yeah, we might as well leave Dan and Eve Sunday, mate. Come on, I'll just come back up here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great pleasure to announce that the overall Easter winner of the Wingless Sprints, none other than Dan Evans from Redmar. Put your hands together for Dan the Man one more time. Dan, was there anybody that you forgot or would have liked to thank first time round, mate? Congratulations on the overall.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Mum and Dad, everyone on the crew, do a huge job, Letty and Dave, bringing their bike out, pushing us around with the tips. Yeah, it's been good. I love running the Easter Trail, so I'd like to do it more often.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations. Fine effort of racing. I hope to see you back here before the season's finished.
Yeah, we'll run the 360. Oh, sorry, the 14. Probably at the Manus Cup or something. If not, we'll be in the Wingless at some stage, so definitely we're doing some races here.
Go on, you mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Number 4, no 4 wide tonight. We're running short on time. We're green. Into 2. Our leader is the 48 of the charge down the back, Tyson Williams. They're side by side for second and third. That may be the 34, I think, sneaking through the bright gold machine of Rob Rawlings. Nathan Camilleri also in the 69 has snuck his way into third. Dispatching Hayden Pascoe back to fourth. As they charge down the back straight away. This time by it'll still be 18 to go in the inaugural South Australian Legend Car Championship. Fifth place. Battling out is the Victorian champion, the 43 of Glenn Arnold, and the 11 of Rick Christie. The 21 of Younger back there as well in the unmistakable orange machine. As they head down through turn number 3 and 4 again, a change for the lead. Sneaking by Rob Rawlings. But on the 48 of Tyson Williams is not giving in. He's looking for back-to-back wins here in South Australia. He's fought for the lead. He gets it back in turn number 3. Out of turn number 4 they run. The top 4 or 5 really starting just to edge away a little bit, although the 11's going with them. That's being Rick Christie. Car's really hugging the bottom, the pole line at the moment in these early stages. This time with 15 to go. It is still Williams in the Jimmy Johnson SD8. As they charge down past the Kimber Knighton and George Tatnall stand. Williams just started to edge away slightly.
Yeah, he really has got plenty of pace at this early juncture as he comes around now. 6 laps complete.
Oh, Pascoe!
Well, we're under yellow. Might restart. Here we go, back under green. And the SA Legend Car Championship. Camilleri. This has really helped him as he looks to sneak up the inside. Down the back straight they run. Our race leader in the 48. He's really looking strong here, but it's hard to see anybody getting out to a massive break in this field. Glenn Arnold in the 43, back there in 4th position. Back in 5th, it's Paul O'Prey in the 68. They're all starting to move out a little bit, perhaps a couple of grooves down the northern end. And our leader, unable to gap them the way he did prior to the caution. The 34 is chasing. There's the 3 car trying to blast by a couple of cars down the back chute and succeeds in that. So 12 laps now remaining as this one comes to life. The 34 of Rob Rawlings. He wants to lead this. We've got the 48 of Williams trying to run a mid-track groove. And if he's not careful, the rest of the field will pounce in an instant. This is great racing from the Legend cars. Their first visit to Speedway City. There's Glenn Arnold in the 43, 3rd place. Camilleri in the 69. Nitro Nathan Camilleri currently holding down 4th position. Half race distance, and it's still the 48 showing him a clean pair of wheels.
Yeah, he certainly is. Good racing further back. Of course, the Victorian the 43 looking to win the South Aussie title to go with his Victorian title. That, of course, being Glenn Arnold. Be a pretty successful trip to claim 2 state titles on one weekend. And he's well and truly in contention to do that as he looks to the outside of Rob Rawlings trying to take over that 2nd position. And Camilleri just sitting back there in that 69 in position number 4. They're starting just to get away a little bit now from O'Prey, and also the 44 of Jacob Grudd for the top 5. I think Griffin now gets by and moves inside the top 5 in that 44. The top 4 really the class of the field at the moment. As they charge down the front chute once again, this time with 7 laps to go. The 48 of Tyson Williams. As I said, looking to go back to back on the South Aussie swing of the Easter Trail for the Legend cars. Rawlings sitting back here in the 2nd spot. Dennis Arnold, Camilleri. They just don't have an answer at the moment for this 16-year-old whiz kid in the 48, taking real inspiration from his hero, Jimmy Johnson, as he comes out of turn number 4, down the front chute once again. They put the 47 of Jim McCabe 1 lap down, and this time by, there's going to be 4 laps to go. Can the 48 hang on? He's got a nice little lead at the moment, John.
Yeah, he's got a good 3 or 4 car lengths here, but look at the battle for second and third. It's really starting to hot up. Rob Rawlings in the 34. Really going at it particularly hard here, and you've got Camilleri back there in 4th. He'll pounce given an opportunity, that is for sure. Third place getter Glenn Arnold, and then Mittagong Smash Repairs. Entry as they work the back chute. The 44 of Jacob Griffin in behind them, and then it's back to the 47 in this field as well. But now as we look back to our race leader, 2 circulations remaining. Rob Rawlings in the 34, he would have taken a quick glance up on our Jack Daniels scoreboard. He'd know that the laps are dwindling. If he's going to make it happen, it needs to be now on display. Arnold still back there in 3rd. Rawlings, has he got something? For the Jimmy Johnson lookalike in the 48. He charges into turn number 3. Can he make something happen? Final corner. Checkered flags out. It's a sprint to the line. I reckon it's a 48 by half a car length. Turbo Tyson Williams.
I think you're right.
Rob Rawlings at 54. I think it might have been Arnold back there in 3rd place, followed by Camilleri. And then Jacob Griffin rounding out the top 5 in the 44. Well, you would have had a far better view of the finish than I did, Phil. I'm sort of down here towards turn number 1 and the NZ flag.
There we have a 16-year-old. Tyson Williams has cleaned up the south of his clink of the Eastern Trail, claimed the inaugural South Australian Legend Car Championship. Outstanding run. As he goes past the Gibbon Island, the George Battle stand in turn number 2. This kid has put on an amazing run over the last couple of nights. He's shown some great talent. He's only driven the race car on 6 or 7 occasions. It is 1-2 on the trot. Heads down the back straight away. How about it down the front? You enjoy the legend cars here this weekend because looks like we can get this category up and running on a weekly basis. The next season or so. It's been a pleasure having them all down here. All 24 teams. Of course, all the club members out of New South Wales and the ACC. Of course, I must thank John Dennehy, also of course from Speedway and Legend Cars Australia for bringing the Legend Cars here. And it looks like that the 48's given up on the back straight on the celebratory lap. I get the fire back up once again. Just head down past the family seat. To show your appreciation, it has been a pleasure having them here, John. Well, I certainly had. You get your opportunity there in corner number 3 now to just slap your bits together. For this young guy, as we said in the 48, Turbo Tyson Williams, the class in the field here tonight. Jimmy Johnson, Steve Motherface there. Come on, mate, give it up for him one more time. The leading car today has really put on a mighty showing here at Speedway City tonight. I'd like to see him back still. Pretty good chance of that, I think. Alright, we'll get straight into our presentation here. Alright, Lucy's going to help us once again, so let's get straight into it. Driver of the 96 car, as we said, would you please make some noise for Nathan Camilleri, a 3rd place getter in the South Australian Legend Car title. Congratulations, Ellen. A beautifully turned out race car too. It really does look a treat out there on the track. Battled hard, podium in a state title was a great result.
Yeah, not the way we really wanted to do it, but that's how it's worked out. Honestly, it's just like saying Dad and the boys were coming down. It was a long trip down, and I'm sure we'll be back next year.
Enjoyed the racetrack here at Speedway City, did you?
Yeah, it's a great little track. We'll be back for sure.
The whole class, I think it's a real credit to you guys. You've all put on a great display tonight. I think everyone in the audience has thoroughly enjoyed it. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you. Just take your place up here alongside us, thank you, if you will. I'll move on now to our 2nd place getter. Would you please give it up to the driver of the 34, Rob Rawlings?
Congratulations there, mate. Hard fought second. You were trying hard to catch Tyson. I know you gave it everything on the final lap, but he was just a little too quick.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was even the final lap. I thought I'd got him. Come around and see he got the checker fail. Must have finished early. So yeah, but he did really well. He's doing great. It's good to see a young kid coming through and doing well. Giving me a challenge.
Yeah, it looks like a really good class, and obviously you guys run at Sydney Speedway and probably along some of the other venues in New South Wales, but I reckon everyone here has just thoroughly enjoyed the way you go about it.
Yeah, it's a great class, mate. Like, it's really good competitive racing. Everyone's got the same stuff, so it doesn't matter how much money you got, it doesn't make the car go faster, so it creates really good close racing, and if you don't crush them, they're really, really cheap to run. So it's a great class.
Yeah, well, let's hope it goes nationwide next season. You know, the numbers can be bolstered here in SA as well.
Yeah, that's it. Everywhere we seem to go, the numbers start to grow as soon as we leave, so it's doing well. It's spreading really fast. We're constantly getting 20+ cars every week, so it's really good.
Excellent stuff. Well, thanks very much for coming down, and congratulations on second in the SA title.
Thank you very much, mate. And thank you very much for all the people that come out to support Speedway and all the volunteers and help prepare the track.
Go on, you mate, good stuff. Let's move along now to our winner, driver of the 48. Would you please give it up for Turbo Tyson Williams? I'll tell you what, Tyson, I reckon old Jimmy Johnson, he would have been pretty proud of that performance. That was a really good effort. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And don't just got lucky that run. I think the highlight was working for me. I got past Robbie, and we took off and a bit of oil. You know, it's just great. I'd like to thank Robbie for helping us out, also my dad, everyone around here, everyone through Legend of Australia, everyone who's been here on the track, supporting Speedway, the people who put the track together and gave it a great race track, great racing.
Yeah, look like you're enjoying it. Track, you know, a couple of different grooves for you guys to do your thing, and even the lap cars were there, still an opportunity to get around them.
Yeah, there's plenty of room on the top. My car's been handling great on the top all day.
Good stuff. Well, we hope to see you guys back here next season. Let's hope the class can really grow here in SA, and congratulations once again. You are the new SA Legends Car Champion.
Thank you.
And there you go. Good stuff. I'll get out of the road here. Let Lucy sneak in with them. So our photographers can snap a couple of shots if they wish. Bill back upstairs.
And Tim Caddy, the Caddy Shag, back on track, coming from the rear. The boxing kangaroo flag is waving. Oh gee, Crouch, and we've got a spin here. We will be under. He's done before he even fires a shot. The flag wave, Squires to the outside here, trying to put a move on Bennett. Crouch back to fourth, Tim Caddy in fifth. The race leader is Anthony Chaffee. But look at Bennett. Bennett gets a great side bite off the turn. He challenges him on the bottom, but Chaffee just got the right rear on that very slight cushion. It's starting to build up, and he looks quick, and oh, look out, Bennett spun the car, pulled the wheelie. And we are under caution once again. 15 laps up on the counter for the Speedway shop. The Speed Car Easter feature is underway. And Bennett immediately hikes past the 45 again. But Anthony Chaffee been very quick here this evening. And he's already out to about 8, maybe 10 car lengths over Squires. Crouch now gets a run on Squires, but in the end, just takes the foot out of the bucket a bit. Caddy having an inspired run as well, currently in fourth. And Harrington back behind him in fifth. That's back to Bennett and Gilbert tailing out the fifth. Another lap down, 15.78 seconds from our leader as he continues to build on this lead. So Second spot is still none other than Nathan Squires in the Jarrett Mazda. Number 86, the 7 of Jamie Krause for Strathfield Motors. And Lightning Karts and Race Engines, he's back there in position number 3. Our leader right up in the marbles. In fact, Squires goes with him. Really trying to work the high line coming out of 4. Oh, look at the smoke. The smoke is billowing from Tim Caddy, and he does not want to play ball. Away goes our leader in turn number 3. Chaffee makes a very good restart. Squires and Crouch all trying to hug the low line. Bennett now trying to challenge Harrington, who goes up on the mid-track. Bennett continuing to work the bottom. Around 3 and 4. Here these drivers really starting to breathe the throttle a little bit, entering the corners. There were 6 laps remaining. Chaffee looking too strong for Squires. Crouch appearing as though he could well be a third place car in this one. Bennett hasn't given up in his chase of Harrington. Harrington out in the Speedway shop number 6. Our race leader comes around now with exactly 4 laps remaining in this feature event for the Speedway shop. Squires, Crouch, Harrington and Bennett with Gilbert continue to be your order. Really Bennett the only one looking as though he may be able to improve his position. They just seem to be getting a little loose coming out of 2. Crouch tries to work the top, but not a lot up there. Around 3 and 4. And with 1 1/4 laps remaining. The Interstater in the Victoria number 6 entry. Anthony Chaffee looking as though he could well reign supreme here tonight. Squires in the 86. Locking Nab second. And here's the checkered flags, the quadruple checkers to Anthony Chaffee. He takes the win in the Victoria number 6. The S86 and Nathan Squires finishes second. Third place to Jamie Crouch. 4th position to Mark Harrington, followed by Todd Bennett into 5th. And the 4th.
Back up the stairs and I'm into it here. The street stocks in their feature race. Well and truly underway here. Maxwell's been the standout campaigner and he's out in front in the 132. Looks like Flatty in the 12 tucked into second. Good battle for the minor placings as well, the 8. The Pitbull, Paul Hayes, back in position number 3. So around they come. There's the 69 car of Matthew Seidel. He's holding down 4th. Then it's back to Jamie Stewart in the 97. Oh, look out. One of our drivers right up near the fence. That might have been Seidel, I think, in the 69. Psycho Seidel nearly brought on the yellows, but we remain green, thankfully. Round comes the rest of the field. Gee, battles raging wherever you look out on the Speedway. But our race leader's absolutely creaming them. 2. Whoop, he's just been balked. Someone's on the infield. That might have been the 4 car. Anyway, the action continues. 10 laps still on the counter. Here's Andy Maxwell Jr. 12 of Flatty still in second position. And it's back to the 8 of the pit bull, Paul Hayes. Hazy still in third. And it's back to the 97 of Jamie with the Smoky Joe of Nev Nitschke. Big Rev Nev holding down fifth. Oh gee, look out. Was that Lex Pasquirelli got a bit sideways right on cue. And the D&T Performance 33. Oh, look out. He spun the car too. The minute we mention his name, he just about turns the car. We're going to get Alan Snakes Alive sponsorship for the side of his car. No doubt about it. So we're going to have a bit of a caution here to bunch them back up. Let's see if they see the entire distance. So 7 laps remaining. Maxwell Jr. Looks like he's been put back to third place here, Flatty. Flatty now in the lead and almost about to hit a tractor tyre there. The pit bull in second spot. I'm not sure what Maxwell was put back for. It must have been for infield pass or something. Maybe our Fisher make this an entertaining battle over the final few laps. He has been flying. And now he's got the pit bull in front of him. This is really going to make him work hard now. Garrett Flatman out in front as he comes off turn number 4. 5 laps remaining in the Waterloo Wreckers U-Ride Flatman mechanical entry. The 8 of the pit bull, Paul Hayes, about to round up Flatty. The pit bull snapping. Oh, look at this. The big outside pass as he rips past Flatty. Oh, Flatty sideways. Oh, hang on to it, Flatty. Surely he's mucking around just for the U-Ride contestant on board. The 8 of the pit bull, Paul Hayes, he is absolutely snarling out in front. Can Maxwell Jr. round him up here with 3 remaining? We're about to find out. The Commodore's running 1 and 2. The pit bull starting to tire a little bit. Maxwell Jr. goes for the jugular here, looks for the inside move. Quality Racing in the street stocks. They touch down the main chute. But Robbins racing Harry, as they say in the classics. And Maxwell Jr. hits the pit bull, Paul Hayes, now back to second. Oh, he tries to have a crack at him on the inside, has a half lose. Oh, Maxwell scraping the fence. Gee, he doesn't back off, this lad. Just loves to drive that car absolutely flat out. It's pin it to win it. And win it he has done with the quadruple checkered flag. Andy Maxwell Jr. victorious at Smite. Second place to the pit bull, Paul Hayes, followed by Matty Maynard in the third, Jamie Stewart fourth. Fifth to Justin Domain, 6 to Flatty. Richter coming through there somewhere. In fact, Flatty was further back. Might have been side.
shape of the lifeboat South Aussie down there. It's a real shame. They're not quite numbered yet. Just had to extinguish it. Back up the green condition. Thanks very much, everybody. everybody for coming out tonight as well. Really hope you've had a fun night out at the Speedway. And of course, we'd love to see you back here for our City of Playford Mayor's Cup, proudly co-supported by Jack Daniels in 2 weeks' time. And of course, we'd also like to thank National Karate Academies for a karate academy near you around the Adelaide metro area, probably nationwide nowadays, for supporting this one, the Caravan Boat and Dunny Derby. Now, best presented first up, we got the driver of the 209, Adam Stevens. You can make your way up here, Adam. You have taken out the best presented award as a judge by our Speedway City promoter, Wendy Turner. You're lucky. Wendy's in a good mood here tonight after being out at Adelaide Oval earlier this afternoon. The beloved Court Tower got up for the win after a spirited final quarter. St Kilda kept them honest. Adam just joined us up here. Congratulations on best presented, mate. How'd you enjoy that?
Yeah, not too bad, actually. Enjoyed it.
Good stuff. It was quite a spectacle. There's smoke and caravans and trailers inverted. It was just all happening out there.
Yeah, it's been a busy weekend. Big cars stuff, so...
Good on you, mate. Thanks very much for your effort.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Yep, you too. Hey, stuff. If you want to, we'll get a bit of a group shot in a minute. All right, now let's have a look at our third place. Get a driver with car number 9. Give it up, please, for Adam Simons. Good on you, Adam. Congratulations. How'd you enjoy that?
Oh, sensational. It's the first one I've been in, so it was a real buzz.
And we thought you guys were going hard at it out there around the track. Sure hope everybody enjoyed it. I know we had fun calling it.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, yeah. You don't know where they're coming from, where they're going to hit you, and, you know, lucky enough, I can get it around every time, so yeah, it's good.
Good on you, mate. Top effort for third. If you'd like to just join us up here. Move along now to our second place. Get a driver in car 420. Please warm your hands for Jeff Black. Good on you, Jeffrey. Right, effort. Good on your power, put it there. Second place. Was it everything you thought it would be, this Caravan Boat and Dunny Derby?
Right, they're always good fun, mate. Nearly as good as a demo, but just as much fun, just in a different way.
Yeah, I reckon you've been out here in ramp jump races and demos. We've seen you plenty of events over the years.
Yes, yeah, you can't get nothing. The more you put on, the more off the
Good stuff, mate. Congratulations on a hard 4 seconds.
Thanks very much.
Good on you, mate. You just take your place up there. And courtesy of National Karate Academies, to our victor, driver of car number 8, please give it up for Paul Penhall. Oh, veteran of demos and ramp jump races and everything else. Put it there, mate. How's it feel to take the win?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, you know. Always in the old wagon, always breaks down, so you build a new car. Just like to thank Adam and all the rest of the boys. And Ronnie from Active, you know, go buy your car parts room. And yeah, great night, thank you.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations again on the win.
Cheers, man.
There you go. I'll sneak out of the road here, and Pico might just, Terry might just take a quick photo. You guys just assemble, turn and face our photographers there, guys. And of course, you get yourselves in a souvenir program in 2 weeks' time. Well, that draws to a close, our Easter Thrillarama. We sure hope you've all had a good time. Phil, it's been a fun night.